Hey everyone, it's Bitcoin Troy here. It's 7 o'clock in the morning here in Toronto, which is the same as New York time. I was up at about 3 o'clock in the morning, couldn't sleep as, today is Friday, March 10th. Apparently today is the day that the announcement is supposed to be made by the SEC regarding the coin ETF that we are also closely following. Yesterday, I was hanging out on the Bitcoin market subreddit's Slack group. Ended up hanging out with some pretty cool Bitcoiners. Shout out to Charlie Shrem. I was talking to him for a while. Pretty good guy. Shared some pretty interesting insights. And what I want to talk to you about today was someone on that site, on the Slack group, which I recommend that you will join if you can, ended up actually going back and running the data and looking at those applications that went this far in the application process since 2006, how many of them had been approved or rejected, and on what day was the most likely day for the SEC to actually issue a decision. Now, we could go through the data, and it really doesn't matter, but all we need to know is that it's most likely to be issued Friday versus Monday, which is today, and it's most likely to happen in between 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. or 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. So we are either going to see a decision coming up here pretty quick, early morning, or a little bit later in the afternoon. So if there's any day of the week or any time of the year, basically, that you sit there in front of your computer, glued to your computer screen in order to trade, today will be it. Another thing I want to bring to your attention is that Bitcoin markets subreddit that I was talking about actually has a notification bot regarding an ETF decision. So if you don't want to stare at an SEC website all the time, or have to hit Twitter, or constantly be refreshing the Bitcoin subreddit, or just look at the price, because no doubt the price change is going to happen very, very quickly, you can basically join this Bitcoin Reddit Slack, and it will notify you directly to your phone or computer regarding an ETF decision. So for any serious traders out there that are actually going to make some trades today, I would definitely recommend that. Yesterday night, I ended up hanging out on Whale Pool, which is a sort of like an online chat group that monitors the markets, and I ended up just listening. I wouldn't partake in the conversation, but I ended up listening to one of the head guys over at Bitfinex, which is one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges in the world. And he said that there is first off, he's seeing a significant uptick in the amount of users actually coming back over this week, trying to verify their account, maybe if they lost their password, trying to go through the authentication process to make sure that those individuals are indeed real individuals. So I thought that was interesting. So you definitely see like an increase in people coming back to the platform, ready to trade. But what's most important is he said that this is the time in the company's history that they've actually had the most cash on hand. So he said there was something to the order of about $80 million on the sidelines, in bank accounts, ready to trade. And he said that no matter what the decision, you're going to see a flurry of trading activity, probably the most trading activity that we've ever seen in Bitcoin. So as someone who's obviously a Bitcoin industry vet, that was interesting to see. And really, reminded me to stay focused during this time, because, it's either going to come out Friday or Monday, and so we want to stay diligent. The next thing I want to remind you about is our trading strategies that we want to begin to implement here, this could be a once in a lifetime trading opportunity. Circa November 2013, and if rejected, right? I want you to remember that you can still make money, right? Like as disciplined traders, we want to be in the mind frame that up or down, we trade on the volatility. Long term, I'm as big a Bitcoin believer as you are. But at the end of trading after the SEC decision, what I'm concerned about is having more Bitcoins than I started with, right? And the way I would do that is that I can either leverage up and go short on an alternative platform such as Whale Club or BitMEX, right, which also lets you lever up and go short. Or once the decision comes out, I can sell my coins into the market and rebuy them at a lower price, thereby basically having much more Bitcoins, ideally, at the end of the day than when you started with. If you're going long, right, hopefully you've already assembled a deep enough position, and if we see a huge run up in prices, the only way to play it is to either continue to buy more coins or use a leverage platform, somewhere between 3 to 10x leverage platform, and leverage up and get in and out in a very small time period that vastly extrapolates your gains. So just remember those trading strategies, super volatile, super risky, but as disciplined traders, that's where the opportunity is, okay? I think we should, yeah, so I think I've sort of said everything I want to say today. I'm Bitcoin Troy, and I guess I'll touch base with you after the decision.